In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 25th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dallas Mavericks versus Atlanta Hawks. The Dallas Mavericks, currently ranked 9th in the Western Conference, will take on the Atlanta Hawks, who hold the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference standings. This matchup is scheduled to occur on November 25th at the State Farm Arena. It marks the first of 2 games between these teams this season, with the second encounter not slated until April 2nd in Dallas. The early season clash sets the stage for an intriguing battle as both teams aim to gain momentum in their respective conferences. The Mavericks remain shorthanded for this game, as both Dante Exum and Luka Doncic are sidelined. Similarly, the Hawks will be without Cody Zeller. Despite their personnel challenges, Dallas enters the contest with a slight edge in recent form. However, playing on 0 days rest, especially following an overtime loss, adds a significant challenge. Initially, the Mavericks were listed as 4.5-point road favorites, but the line has shifted by 6 points due to Doncic's injury. This development has led to skepticism about Dallas's chances, especially since they are playing their second game in as many days and their third game in 4 days. On the other hand, Atlanta has been struggling defensively, which could be a critical factor. Offensively, the Mavericks have been significantly more productive, averaging 125 points over their last 3 games compared to Atlanta's 109.5 points in their previous 4 outings. The Hawks are receiving some consideration due to their advantageous circumstances. They are well rested, playing on their home court, and dealing with fewer injuries. Meanwhile, the Mavericks are facing the compounded difficulties of a grueling schedule and the absence of their star player, Luka Doncic. However, it's important to note that the Hawks were the NBA's worst team against the spread last season and have continued to struggle in that area, with a 6-11 against the spread record so far this year. Betting on the Hawks to cover the spread seems risky, especially when the Mavericks, even without Doncic, are arguably the superior team. Given these factors, the Dallas Mavericks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defensively, both teams have shown some improvement in recent games. The Mavericks have allowed just 106 points per game over their last 4 outings, while the Hawks have given up an average of 119 points across their previous 5 contests. Throughout the season, neither team has excelled from beyond the arc, with Dallas and Atlanta ranked 21st and 22nd, respectively, in 3-point shooting defense, both allowing opponents to convert 34.2% of their attempts. Given Luka Doncic's absence and Dallas's fatigue from their overtime loss on Sunday, it's likely that both teams will struggle to find offensive rhythm. For these reasons, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Clippers versus Boston Celtics. It's an interconference showdown on the professional basketball stage, featuring 2 teams playing the second game of a back-to-back set in Boston, Massachusetts. The Los Angeles Clippers hit the road to square off against the Boston Celtics on Monday night. The Clippers were in action against the Philadelphia 76ers on the road Sunday evening, following a convincing 104-88 home victory over the Sacramento Kings on Friday night, a game where they covered the spread as 4-point favorites. Meanwhile, Boston secured a narrow 107-105 home win over the Minnesota Timberwolves on Sunday afternoon, but fell short of covering the line as 8-point favorites. Historically, the Celtics have dominated the all-time regular season series between these teams, holding a 93-47 edge. However, the Clippers emerged victorious in their most recent encounter, claiming a 115-96 win on Boston's home floor on January 27, 2024. The Clippers remain without Kawhi Leonard and Norman Powell, while the Celtics continue to miss Kristaps Porzingis and Luke Kornet. Los Angeles displayed a solid performance against Sacramento, particularly on the defensive end, where they have been excelling this season. Heading into Sunday's action, the Clippers ranked 5th in the league in 3-point defense. Although turnovers have been a recurring issue for the team, they managed to keep them in check against the Kings, effectively putting the game out of reach early. On the other hand, the Celtics have the offensive firepower to dismantle any opponent on a given night. However, both teams teams are playing their second game in 2 days, which may level the playing field. Los Angeles has been performing well, covering the spread in 5 consecutive games, while Boston has struggled against the spread, posting a 3-7 record in their last 10 contests. Despite the Celtics' frequent designation as heavy favorites, they have struggled to deliver results. Additionally, the Clippers have won 4 of the last 6 matchups against Boston. Given the circumstances, it is not surprising that Boston opened as heavy favorites at home. However, the spread appears somewhat dismissive of the Clippers, who are currently one of the league's hottest teams. While the Celtics benefit from playing at home, where they boast a 6-2 record this season, the Clippers have the tools to keep the game competitive. Los Angeles has demonstrated resilience and consistency, and it is reasonable to expect them to keep the margin within single digits. As such, the Los Angeles Clippers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Clippers have consistently stayed under the total in 12 of their 17 games this season as of Sunday night. Offensively, turnovers remain an area of concern, as they rank 27th in the league with an average of 17 turnovers per game. Additionally, the Clippers play at a slower pace, ranking 21st in tempo with an average of 97.7 possessions per game. Conversely, the Celtics have seen the overhit in 8 of their 17 games this season, with 1 push. Boston also plays at a deliberate pace, ranking 22nd in the league with 97.6 possessions per game. However, they excel at taking care of the basketball, ranking 2nd in the league with an average of just 12.1 turnovers per contest. Both the Clippers and Celtics fall in the bottom third of the league in terms of pace, which could set the stage for a slower, more methodical game. Considering this is the second game of a back-to-back for both teams, there is a possibility that some players could be rested. Los Angeles' ability to limit Boston's three-point opportunities will be a critical factor. The Clippers rank 5th in defensive rating and possess the necessary tools to challenge the Celtics on that end of the court. Boston's strength in avoiding turnovers will limit easy scoring opportunities for the Clippers, reinforcing the need for a slower tempo and a more strategic approach. With all these factors in play, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland Trail Blazers versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Portland Trail Blazers are set to face off against the Memphis Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum in what promises to be an intriguing matchup. The Trail Blazers have struggled on the road this season, holding a 3-6 record straight up, though they have been more competitive against the spread, going 5-3-1 in those games. Meanwhile, Memphis has been formidable on their home court, posting a 6-3 record both straight up and against the spread. The two teams have already crossed paths this season, with the Grizzlies routing the Blazers 134-89 in Portland on November 10th. That game saw Memphis cover as a narrow 1-point favorite while the combined score fell short of the 226.5-point total. Portland continues to deal with significant injury setbacks as key players Dunder Ayton and Scoot Henderson remain sidelined. Similarly, the Grizzlies are without several important contributors, including Marcus Smart, Ja Morant, and Zach Edey. In their recent outing, Scottie Pippen Jr. shined in a standout performance against the Chicago Bulls, where the Grizzlies secured a dominant win. Returning to the city where his father built his legacy, Pippen broke out of a recent scoring slump, having failed to reach 15 points in 4 of his last 5 games. In that contest, however, he delivered his best scoring effort of the season. Stepping in as the starting point guard during Morant's absence, Pippen has performed admirably and appears poised for another strong showing against the resilient Trail Blazers. Memphis has been a reliable team for bettors, covering the spread in 8 of their last 9 games, including 5 of 6 at home. The Grizzlies' 45-point blowout victory over the Trail Blazers just 2 weeks ago underscores their dominance in this matchup. Memphis is thriving offensively, ranking 6th in the league with an average of 118 points per game at home. In stark contrast, Portland ranks 28th in scoring and offensive efficiency on the road, managing just 102 points per game. This scoring disparity could prove pivotal, particularly given Memphis's defensive strength at home, where they rank as the 6th best team in defensive rating. While Portland has shown flashes of improvement recently, Memphis's ability to consistently cover the spread and their overwhelming home court advantage make them the clear pick. So the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Memphis has embraced a faster pace of play this season, entering this contest ranked 3rd in the league in tempo. In their previous game against the Chicago Bulls, who lead the NBA in pace, this uptick in speed helped Memphis pile on an impressive 142 points. Both the Grizzlies and Trail Blazers have struggled with turnovers, which could lead to a high number of transition opportunities and easy baskets. Portland has been particularly turnover prone, leading the league with over 17 giveaways per game, while Memphis is close behind. The absence of a true point guard has exacerbated the Blazers' ball handling woes, and while Jan Morant's absence limits Memphis's ability to fully address their turnover issues, the overall sloppiness from both teams could result in a fast-paced, high-scoring game. Given these dynamics, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.